Hello, Gia.
Hello, Keisha. That time it worked.
Yeah, we're figuring it out still.
Look at us,
Okay.
lifelong learners. You go, girl.
Yeah, high five, Gia. High five.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Hi,
everybody.
hi,
Hello.
Keisha. Hi, hello,
Hi.
you lovely Tano folks.
Hi, Gia. Hi, Tano people. People of the Tano.
People of the Tano. Nobody remembers what the Tano was. We're
I
so
know.
silly.
Aren't
Oh
we
well. A
silly?
couple of marketing geniuses here.
Obviously,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Obviously. Well, we'll have the last laugh if they ever resurrect the Tano.
yeah, yeah.
We should start a
Okay.
petition, an online
I
petition.
know. I like that little place. Or maybe like
Mhm.
one of us could open a pub and call it the Tano, and
Oh,
it'd
that's a
be like
fun
a
idea.
it'd be a mysterious pilgrimage for General Hospital fans
Yes, yeah, we could have merch,
to find
Tano
the
merch.
Tano. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you made me, think of the next, the gathering, the General Hospital fan gatherings, and
Oh, that
did
I've
you see
been.
that commercial?
Yeah, they for in at Graceland again.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, wouldn't
in
you love to go?
October.
But I think it costs $1,000,000.
1,000,000.
Yeah, just
I think it does, yeah, and I don't think we could pull it off this year, but we'll be million thousandaires by next year for
oh,
sure.
no doubt, no
You
doubt.
know? So
Yeah,
if we're still alive and the planet is still rotating, maybe we could shoot for
yeah.
next year, Gia, and maybe we could do a Tano sort of gathering somewhere, like, nearby or
A
something.
little mini gathering. Yeah, an
Mhm.
offshoot. Yeah, wouldn't that be
Yeah,
fun?
that would be fun, so I'm just gonna plant that seed because I would
Plant
need at
the
least
seed. Okay.
this I would
Yeah.
need this long to sort of prepare for that.
Jesus, I would too. Have to,
Yeah.
quit eating or something, which maybe not a bad
Quit
idea.
eating. I don't think you need to lose weight for for a get together with the
Uh,
hospital
I think that
celebrities,
would
do
be
you?
exactly a great incentive to try and lose weight, but no, just to
Mhm.
save the money. But
Oh, I see, okay.
yeah,
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 yeah.
that's where I'm going now.
We could go dressed as Ava and Tracy, and
I
maybe
was thinking today, I loved Ava's outfit today, so if we do it again, I'm going for that. The polka dot shirt
Yeah,
and the
yeah, okay,
I think it
mhm.
was a pencil skirt, I'm gonna say it.
Oh, yeah, coulda been, yeah,
Fight
yeah.
me. I'm pretty sure that was a pencil skirt.
Yeah, yeah, right,
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I'm hoping you took notes on
I
Friday because I
did.
don't remember Friday, but I've got today in my little
I
noggin.
I did. I watched Friday, and then I
Hmm.
thought today I watched today, and then I thought, "You know what? I should watch Friday." No, I actually okay, so first today I watched Fridays again, then I watched today's, and then I thought, "I cannot remember anything about Fridays." So
Oh my
I started
God.
watching it again, and I was like, "Jesus, I gotta write down things."
This is
Yeah.
while you were probably like also supposed to be doing work for your job. Like,
And
were you
now
like actively in some kind of Zoom meeting while you were also?
No, 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 no. It was after 4 o'clock, and I
Okay.
was kind of fast forwarding when I could, but I watched all of today's, and I sort of watched Fridays,
That
and
is dedication right there, people.
well, it's
Um,
just a weak brain, is what it is. Gia, I feel like it's not getting better. It's not
I
getting
didn't
better.
want to say. No, mine is too. Mine is too. And I don't know. I have a kind of product review for people that are trying beverages. Speaking of weak brain, um,
Okay.
so I was gifted a can of one of those THC seltzers. I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, did I tell
Okay.
you that? I don't remember.
Well, you tried somewhat were they was it
The
THC that those
I
things
think they
had,
were
or was it CBD?
CBD, I guess.
Uh-huh.
I don't
Okay.
know. And
Okay.
so this this club owner where we were playing, and he was
Uh-huh.
saying, "Do you want anything?" I'm like, "No, no, I'm good, thanks, you know." And he
Mhm.
wanted if I tried these, and I said, "Oh, I tried those, and they didn't do anything for me." And he said, "No, these are different. These are blah blah blah."
Ah, okay.
And what he
Blah bitty
wanted me to
blah.
try it, and I said, "Well,
Mhm.
I got to play, and so I'm
Mhm.
not up to trying, like." We don't know what this will do. So
Yeah.
anyway, he insisted I take one home. So last night I was like, well,
Mhm.
got nothing going on. So
Mhm.
it was called Wink, I think. I think it's Wink with an Y. Wink. And it
Oh,
was just
okay.
like a lemon seltzer.
Uh-huh.
It did have a sweetener, like
Uh,
stevia or something, but it wasn't
uh-huh.
really sweet.
Uh-huh.
And so I sipped it slowly. I took like an hour to drink it, and
Okay.
I turned to the old man. I'm like, I got nothing. I got nothing here, And I
And
was
what did
annoyed.
he
I was
say?
like not annoyed because I didn't pay for it at least, but I
Yeah.
was annoyed. And so then I'm watching TV, and then an hour later, probably, I decide to get up to go get something out of the
Yeah.
fridge or whatever, and
Uh-huh.
my legs are all like woo. So like in the meantime, it had acted upon my limbs apparently, and
Ah.
I
Uh-huh.
was I was not experiencing any like happy giddy feelings, but
Mhm.
I was sleepy and snacky. And
Okay. Uh-huh.
so, and actually, the club owner's wife was saying to me, like, she has one, like, if she can't sleep, because it, like, she's like,
Mhm.
it, like, you don't, you're not hungover, but it'll get you to sleep without waking up a
Mhm.
bunch. And, and I
Yeah.
thought, okay,
Mhm.
that might be what this is good for, but I wouldn't want to be out somewhere and suddenly be like, I've got to take a nap, you know?
No, right, right. Yeah.
And so
Mm.
anyway, what made me think of a weak brain was like I was watching TV, but I couldn't relate to you plot lines or,
Mhm. Mhm.
it
Mm.
was, it fuzzed me up enough to that point. But I
Yeah.
didn't have like silly, happy, giddy feelings like I would
Ah,
want.
you
You
wanted
know,
that. You were looking for that, were you?
that's what I'm looking for. A little
Silly like when you get your,
light
colonoscopies.
euphoria, light euphoria. Yeah.
Light euphoria,
So,
okay.
so anyway, apparently these are legal. I don't, heck,
Yeah.
I don't know how they're
Uh-huh.
doing this, but
Uh-huh.
I'm giving it a mixed review. It's not something I would bother with again, un-
Mhm.
unless maybe I needed to go to sleep.
Okay. Okay. Yep. Yep.
Because I mean, I think he was charging like $8 a piece for these puppies.
I
I mean,
see.
that's out at
Uh-huh.
a club, so that's
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. And if other people are enjoying them and getting light euphoria, then go for it. That's great. But
Sure. Okay. So if you
as something to step away from beer, it doesn't do it for me. So
okay, yeah, it's a separate thing altogether, it sounds like.
separate thing, and I just think as a drink when you're out somewhere,
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
and not safe driving. But I don't drink and drive at all. Like I don't
Uh-huh.
have even
Yeah.
a drink and drive. But
Yeah. Mhm.
I just wouldn't think this would be a safe thing. So I don't know. Mixed reviews on that. That has
Okay.
nothing to do with General Hospital, but
It really doesn't.
so I apologize for starting off with that. But occasionally we do
No.
product reviews. So
Yeah, yeah, we like to try to, share whatever we learn that might help
yeah.
people, or you can learn from
Or
our
yeah.
example, we're
Yeah.
cautionary tales mostly.
Right, right, yeah. It's a bit of a
Mhm.
cautionary tale there. But anyway,
Yeah.
just
Okay.
thought I'd mention
Okay.
it as an older lady trying to get away from the alcohol. I had high
Yeah.
hopes, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Meh." I
Uh-huh.
don't know if it's a you don't get a burger situation.
But you didn't get a burger, it sounds
I
like.
got a different sort of a burger, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Not the
Okay.
burger I'm looking for. Yeah.
Right, right. We're all in search of that mythical burger.
A mythical burger. Yeah. Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, okay.
Um, anyway, okay, now we can get back to hospital. So you who watched every episode under
Mhm.
discussion here 8 or 10
Mhm.
times, why don't
Yeah.
you start?
Okay. All right. Let me pull up my notes here.
Gather
Okay.
your
So,
notes.
all right, Friday, we started out with Sunny and Diane, and all I could think about was that they seemed to be drinking from cups that had nothing in them again.
Oh, and I know that annoys you. And they were real coffee cups this time, right?
Yeah.
Not takeout cups, but like
Right, but
actual,
I thought, like, why do they make this so difficult? Because it seems like they have to keep the camera, like, at a certain angle so it doesn't look too deeply into the cups, you
It's
know?
weird that I didn't notice because that's usually the kind of trivial shit that bothers me. But
I
that is
know.
your area. But you know what
Thanks.
I was waiting for? They were out having coffee, right?
Yes, mhm.
And I thought, shouldn't Sonny comment in some way or another about the quality of
Mhm.
the coffee since he's in
Yes.
coffee.
He's Mr. Coffee. And yeah, and maybe he would have if there'd been any coffee in his
Any
cup.
real coffee in there?
But there wasn't, so he had no
So he could have
comment.
said, this is a very mild brew, quite
This
mild.
is a
Yeah.
nothing burger. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm
So
sorry about that.
that was
Okay.
my takeaway there.
I did notice that, sorry, that Diane's jacket
Mhm.
had an interesting shoulder detail. I don't think I've ever seen a blazer with a detail like that.
Okay, so you were fixated on that then.
A little bit. I mean, I don't know what you
Mhm.
call it, but I feel like somebody came up with something new,
Oh,
like
really?
yeah. And I mean, I feel like shoulders have been done to death. I don't know how they,
Sure.
you know what I
So,
mean? Like,
yeah,
there's not that many.
right, right. So you think at the nearby fashion college, there was one
Oh,
upstart
oh, there was
student
a
who's like,
win.
"I'm gonna reinvent the shoulder detail
Yeah.
and take." Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Kudos to
And
that
nobody
person.
wears a blazer like Diane, as we've said before.
Nobody does. Nope. Yep. Okay. So we didn't actually listen to anything they were saying, it seems
No, we
like.
just looked at the details. Yeah, there it is. I'm on the
Yeah.
Worn On TV site. And it was this bright, I don't know, would you call that fuchsia? Kind of a
Okay.
really hot pink.
Yeah, yeah. I can't believe I can't remember that, especially since I just watched it. I was just, like, studying those cups, like, I wouldn't let my eyes leave the cups.
Oh man, you had it bad. Well, anyway, you can't get this jacket anymore. It's no longer available. She wore it Friday, but you can't wear it ever.
Ever. So
Ever.
somebody, like, didn't like the idea of somebody trying something
Yeah.
new with a shoulder, I
Oh,
guess.
it is
Huh.
fuchsia. Woman pink fuchsia blazer jacket coat puff shoulder.
Woman pink fuchsia blazer jacket coat.
Oh, it's on eBay. That's the eBay listing.
Uh,
Some
okay.
puffed
Huh.
shoulders. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to describe it.
Okay.
Anyway, Diane seems to be growing her hair out. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, yeah, uh-huh. I have no problem with that if that's what she wants to do with her hair.
She can do whatever she wants. She's got it.
Yeah,
That Diane
yeah,
has got it going on.
yeah. I trust her. I trust
Yeah.
Diane. But I thought I did kinda listen to the conversation, and I thought it was a little, I don't know, it wasn't very interesting. It wasn't a lot of content. They just
What were
basically
they
used.
what were they talking about? Remind
Well,
me.
it was mostly like a way of recapping what crimes have been committed lately and whether or not Sonny
Oh,
should
whether or not,
worry,
who should she be preparing to
Yeah, yeah.
defend basically.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So I don't know. It was interesting. No, no, but it was another way, I guess, of getting that sort of detail across.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't really, sorry, now I'm lost on Worn On TV. Get off that. Yeah, okay. So we had that just a little
Mhm.
filler then.
Yeah, filler is exactly what that was. We had Jason returning to the Five Poppies.
Oh yeah, and getting jumped by
By a
kind of elderly
Yeah,
hitman.
yeah. Was that? I was wondering, was that Aiden?
Ooh, you've been holding on to that one for a while, huh?
I have only
Uh,
myself to keep me entertained. So,
yeah, that was
um,
good.
but yeah,
Yeah, but he was a little old for the job.
yeah, that cracked me up. That choice, it's like,
Yeah,
was that a contest
they're
winner? And
like
he was
that
like,
was
"Wait
the
a minute,
only.
I didn't
Yeah,
agree to stunts.
that was the best
I want."
day player you could find.
I know. I wanted a hospital scene. I thought this was a medical drama.
Yeah, yeah.
And like
But today he had a little better matchup with the two
slightly,
goons.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Usually Jason's coming down on top of any sort of tussle, but yeah, he
Well,
sort of it was
he's getting
pretty
up
even.
there,
I was
Jason.
thinking
You
that
know,
too. Yeah, maybe he was sort of feeling his
I mean, the
age.
old joints are feeling a little creaky. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the first fight with the guy who was trying to like pluck him off in that first when he came back into his room, it seems so funny, like also because like Jason kind of fell into that like nightstand and he's usually, maybe he is getting old. He's showing his age because he usually like rolls more smoothly, And then the old guy, I guess, what was it? The vase that fell on him and caused him to like fall to the ground because he also seemed like he fell for no good reason. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, it
Funny.
was oddly choreographed or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
right, right. So anyway, I kind of enjoyed that.
I just was like, God, the guy's got a lot of gray in his beard. Like maybe you
Yeah.
should think about switching to do they have a desk job equivalent kind of, like
Right, right. Yeah, what happens when you sort of
when you go
age
when you're
out of your
yeah, when you
hitman
can't be in the
skills?
field, as it were.
Right, right, yeah. Oh, that would be funny because I think you're right. That is kind of the reality that Jason is beginning to face too.
Well, I guess you can always do a podcast, obviously.
They could Jason and Sonny could do one called, like, Coffee and Crime or something like that.
Yeah, although I mean, Maurice is already pretty busy with
Yeah,
his own
that's true,
podcast,
that's
but
true, he is, isn't
and
he? Yeah.
Jason and Benelli have theirs.
Right, 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 yep,
Yeah,
yep, you're
but
right, you're
a lot
absolutely
of like they could do
mhm.
spin-offs, more spin-offs. Like
Yeah, I'm thinking, like, the characters, Sonny and
yeah,
Jason
yeah,
versus the
gracefully
actors.
aging hitmen.
Yeah, yeah, that could be
Mhm.
cute. Okay, so yeah, we had that. We had Michael had a little conversation with Elizabeth at the hospital. Not much
Oh,
there
oh, and
either.
yeah, and then there was okay. I have questions now.
Okay, okay, go ahead.
I believe on Friday we had Michael at the Metrocourt bar with Jacinda.
Yeah, he sort of flashed back on that when he saw the picture of her in Lulu's
In
article about
Lulu's
Drew.
article. Now,
Yes.
why are we okay? First of all,
Mhm.
are we to believe that Jason does not know that Jacinda
Michael?
was the one? I mean, Michael was the one that. I mean, that he didn't know who Jacinda was when he was speaking to her at the bar in that recreated scene. Did we? Does he?
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to believe. And was he in
Why wouldn't he
Germany?
know that?
Was he
Because
in
he was in
Germany?
Germany. But wouldn't he
And
be
he was
keeping up with everything to do with?
oh, sorry, my phone
Oh,
keeps slipping.
everything to do with Drew and like what all? I mean, it seemed unbelievable to me that he wouldn't know who that woman was.
I know, I was trying to, like, map that out in my mind too, like, yeah, you'd think he would have seen articles like that especially when that happened, when Drew
That
got
that was
that would have
supposedly went viral, right?
yeah, yeah. So I don't know, like where what's his name, Michael was in his recovery at that point. Maybe he would have been like so out of it that he wouldn't be looking at stuff. I don't know, but yeah, that was a little bit
That just seemed like
implausible.
implausible,
Hmm.
implausible detail.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I feel like yeah, there's some sloppiness that we're supposed to just sort of be getting used to or
Yeah,
accepting.
and I allow that in my own life, in
My
my
life
own
is
dealings
built
with people.
around a
Yeah,
high level of sloppiness, as you've
right.
seen. Yeah,
But
literally.
yeah, but we're not producing a 5 day a week
That's true.
TV
Yeah.
show with
People
a
don't expect quite as much from
I-
us.
if they do, they're sorely disappointed. But
Yes. Yes.
yeah, so I was like, why are we like obviously those scenes were just inserted later. It was,
Yeah. Yeah.
none of that happened that we knew about.
Right. Right.
There was some mention earlier where Michael
Of a
mentioned something, a
blonde.
blonde,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Right.
she's kind of blonde. She wasn't super blonde, but
Right, and so he was
um,
he was looking for her when he was asking about the blonde, of the bartender, right, or somebody,
yeah,
because she was his alibi, is that what we're
I
thinking?
guess so. I guess
Mhm.
so. But
Yeah.
how is she his alibi if he was still down the street?
Yeah, timing, we don't know what
Yeah,
time that he
yeah,
saw her, yeah. There's a lot of timing issues that seem like they're kind of important right now, and they're hard to
yeah,
line up, like, going back to, what's her name? Colette. Colette, when she was trying to open the safe and she's talking to somebody on the phone that
Yeah, and
previously we assumed
you
was
would have assumed
Pascal.
exactly, but he's somewhere else and he's not on the phone with her. And
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
yeah, I was thrown by that too because I thought, oh,
Mhm.
are we supposed to think somebody else is involved here? Because I thought Pascal would be the one. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because she
Do
had
you
an
think that
issue
was
with.
just sloppiness?
I think so, because it was all about the combination, which he was the one who he provided
Yeah,
her, and so he would be the one who had to have to go back to Josh and
yeah, you
Vaughn.
may be
So
right. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that seems a little like they
Um,
I don't know. You can prevent stuff like that from happening with
you would
just
think so.
just a
Now,
little quick conversation.
since we're being kind of whiny,
Yeah,
complaining
yeah.
old ladies right now, were you
Mhm.
bothered by Jacinda's beverage at the bar? It was supposed to be a champagne cocktail.
I think I know that there's one right answer. I was livid. Actually, that's I had to turn off the TV and take a walk around the block just because I
But
was
just to
so
let off steam
upset.
about the
Yeah,
champagne cocktail, a
yeah,
supposed. I
yeah.
mean, first of all, whatever they use for their faux champagne, like have something with bubbles,
Right,
you know,
right. Number
something a
1.
little. And
Yeah.
they and so what makes it a cocktail is you've got that twist
A
of
little
lemon
lemon.
rind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that all it takes to make it a
And it's
cocktail?
so exorbitantly priced that she can't
Yeah,
even cover that with her credit
yeah.
card.
Right, right. Yeah, lots of questions raised, I
I
think
you
by
know, at
her
least
return.
something with a like pink or something that you see him shake up
Okay,
or something. I don't
okay.
know. Like
Yeah, yeah, mhm.
I've
Or
never had
just
a champagne cocktail per se. I mean, I've had a mimosa. I guess that's a champagne cocktail, right?
Yeah, I guess it is, sure.
They're
Yeah.
delicious.
Just an
Don't you think?
aside. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
and what you made us when I visited the
oh, the French 45s?
that had champagne. That was a champagne
That
cocktail,
was
right?
absolutely a champagne cocktail. Yeah, she should have ordered a French 45 if she had any
Yeah,
class at all.
like
But
us,
does she? Because
right?
she's a
Yeah.
whore. She's a whore, though.
Maybe not a whore, maybe like a hussy.
Well, Lulu
Oh,
called her a sex worker.
hang on. I might have to eat my hat here. Hang on. Hang
Oh,
on. So
okay.
I was thinking a champagne cocktail was kind of like the big umbrella of like all cocktails made with
With
champagne.
champagne. Okay.
But
Mhm.
a
Yeah.
champagne cocktail is a specific drink. Okay.
Is it?
So it doesn't look like what they served her still, but it's
Mhm.
just a champagne cocktail made with sugar, Angostura bitters, champagne brandy, and
Uh-huh.
a maraschino cherry as a garnish.
Oh.
Um,
Huh. It's like
so
they made
yeah.
that and then they thought nobody else would mix champagne with anything, like, they should have given
Right,
that a
like
special
that's
name.
yeah, right. And
Hmm.
there's a picture of it when I pull it up here with that does have a much better lemon peel that's been,
Mhm.
like done in a little twist. Much prettier. Much prettier. It's beautiful, actually.
Oh, no, we're losing her.
But anyway, point being,
Uh,
they're
mhm.
sparkly, they're special looking. Ooh, these
Yeah.
have like you can see the sugar cube in the bottom. Like if we could
Uh-huh.
have seen like it didn't have to be
Yeah.
like that Tom Cruise movie cocktail or whatever,
Right, right.
but
Mhm.
a handsome bartender doing a little flourish or something wouldn't have been
Yeah.
uncalled for.
Mhm.
We would have
Right.
welcomed it.
We would have welcomed it. Yeah, I agree. It looked like maybe it was, like, sorta watery, like ginger ale from a tap, that didn't
Mm,
that was flat.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, maybe that actor has something in her rider about no uh, carbonated beverages. She'll pass these lips. We don't know. We
She's
don't know all the.
she's not difficult to work with, but she's very specific about her beverages. She'll do full frontal
Anyway,
nudity.
so we had we had the weird Michael recreated scenes with her, and then we also had her busting in on Nina and Portia in
Yeah.
Portia's office,
Yeah.
right?
And is it smart for her to come back to town? I mean, hadn't Drew somehow like got found her and kept her away?
Yeah, or paid her off or whatever.
But if yeah, if
Um,
you think if he paid her off, maybe he went and like I don't know. I
she
thought
may
some
not be smart. She may not be an
that's
intelligent character.
possible. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
And
And
she
I thought
may know that he's out of it, and she may just see this as yet another opportunity to.
yeah, yeah, that's possible. Because I'm thinking maybe Drew crashed her plan, whatever it was, of like traveling or whatever, seeing the world, and maybe she was driven to come back because she had lost her resources or
Well,
something.
that's what she told Michael, right? That
Yeah,
that
yeah.
she ran out of
Mhm,
resources soon. But I just kind of
mhm.
assumed that that she, being an impulsive gal, she might have blown through whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
right. Mhm. Yeah,
Anyway, so I guess that's
you're right.
mildly interesting. Do we have a romance
Mildly.
in the offing there or something?
Oh, I don't think so, gosh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Um But I thought, like, both that scene and the scene between Michael and Elizabeth, were designed maybe a little bit to show Michael's sort of polite, decent side. I don't know. Um, like when he spoke with Elizabeth and thanked her for sort of looking after Willow. Like I
Yeah,
wondered
that
if
was
Elizabeth,
nice.
you
Yeah.
know, in her mind, do you think she's thinking, well, I don't know what to think of Michael. Like I thought he was just being a dick keeping the kids away from Willow. But
Well, that could be part of it. It could also be for us, the old
yeah.
lady at home viewers. Not that all of you are
Mhm.
old ladies, but we are.
Yeah.
To to confuse our feelings about could Michael be
Yeah.
the attempted murderer.
Right, right. My new suspect is Scout.
Well, yeah, that wouldn't be without motive, right?
Right? She's
That would
got
be.
motive, opportunity, I
She
suppose.
seems to get away from people quite easily, like
Well, yeah, and with a
whatever.
name like
Yeah,
Scout, and a mom like
yeah,
Sam, I think that sort of
yeah.
fits with her
And
genetic
maybe
makeup.
that gun, that like
Right,
obviously
right.
rusty gun, like where
Mhm.
like who would dig that up like that? Maybe you're right. It would be like a child or a teenager, somebody who doesn't already have a gun.
Right, and
For
everybody
the
else in town has a gun.
has a gun. Yeah. Seems like it. We had one of our lovely listeners suggest Wiley also.
Oh, yeah, nice, nice. That's
So any of the like
possible.
sort of
Mm,
slightly out of the ordinary like that,
mhm, yeah.
um,
The
kind
children,
of,
you always gotta keep one eye on the children.
and everybody makes a big deal out of the small shadow, you know,
Uh-huh.
which I didn't think. I mean, I don't. My TV again. I've said this before, but I'm
Mhm,
watching usually in the daytime, and it's a bright
mhm,
room with a lot of sunlight, so I don't think I
mhm,
see things as clearly as the rest of you.
mm. I don't know if it was like a
Was it diminutive?
was it like a kindergarten size shadow?
Yeah, like how small are we talking?
I didn't think it was that small, but,
Small
yeah,
enough that you could eliminate like Curtis.
I don't yeah, I suppose. Yeah, maybe that's possible to eliminate the exceptionally, the larger adults. I don't know how tall he is really,
Yeah.
but yeah, he would be on the tall side if you're talking about a below average size shadow.
And
Um,
Stella has also been suggested.
yeah, would Stella do that?
I thought that she might, but then she also, like, when she was speaking to Trina,
Mhm.
she is throwing Curtis under the bus.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, if it's her, that seems out of character for her to be like
Right.
pointing
Right.
at Curtis as a.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but she's
Hmm.
another one that you would think might have to dig up a gun from somewhere weird.
Right,
You
right.
know,
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Hmm.
but it does it. I mean, you wouldn't use a rusty old gun like that unless that's some kind of a clue, right?
Yeah, and unless that's like you like the only gun you can get your hands on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, all interesting, I guess. I mean, yeah, we're not really narrowing down the field of suspects, are we?
Who would have like a historical pistol? Like who would Like, would the Quartermaines have some,
Yeah,
like,
that's like, would they have, like, some gun collection or
Civil War
right, that's
pistol or
exactly what I
something?
was thinking, although probably wasn't quite a Civil War gun, and they didn't talk about the bullets yet either, the bullets, like, they would know what kind of gun
Right, yeah,
had
yeah, and
a
she did,
bullet.
like, they were dropping the bullet in the
Yeah.
tin like they always do. I always wonder, like, do they really have tins like that, or would it ever be dropped into, like, a paper towel or, there's always that satisfying
Or
clink, you
tucked
know?
into a pocket.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Have you ever watched a show where they've gotten a bullet out that it hasn't made that clink in the metal pan?
Never, never, ever. It's always being dropped into a metal pan.
Do they
That's the
have a lot of
rule.
metal pans when they're in surgery?
They have as many metal pans as they need, Gia.
Is that like the default, like,
Mhm.
receptacle in
I think
operating
so, yeah,
theaters?
I think you'd find problems with a paper towel. Even if it was Bounty, I think still it although it might be a fun commercial for Bounty.
Next time I have a colonoscopy, I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna, like, before you put me under, I'd like to see if you have any of those metal, like,
If you pull
if you
any
find stuff,
bullets out of
if
my
you out of my nether regions, wherever. Oh, I do have one coming up next year. I wonder if I could get it sooner before my healthcare goes through the roof.
Could
Gotta give 'em
you
a call. "Can I hurry this up?" Because
yeah, make that call, and also, if you do get in there and you do find yourself asking this series of questions, do you
yeah,
think you could capture that on video, please?
no. I do wonder if I could request particular tunes or anything that just, like,
Ah,
subconsciously I like, could I have,
uh-huh.
um, just Frampton's greatest hits or something like that? Like, I know
Yeah.
everybody you all like that, right? They'd like it. I'd like it.
Are they older, these people who are doing your colonoscopies?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the
Yeah,
doctor
okay,
is
okay,
of probably our vintage, he had to go to
okay.
school and yeah.
Yeah, yeah, so he would yeah, okay, so he would like some Frampton, sure,
I
okay.
imagine so. I'll ask
Yeah.
him.
Well, this is all, like, an interesting line of questions, I think, Gia, so,
Sure, sure. Yep.
you know
It's good stuff.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, they should have told us about the bullets. If it had been any other kind of cop show, we would have known immediately about the bullets.
Wouldn't they be waiting to see the bullets, like,
Yeah,
outside of that surgery? Like, "Could we please have the bullets post haste?"
right. Chase would have been standing there with a paper towel at the ready to
Yeah.
ferry it off to the lab. Um,
And then oh, would have soaked through and
Speaking
fallen
of
on
props,
the
can we
floor.
talk about today yet at all? I have a prop. I have a prop that I
Yeah,
noticed.
we can go back and forth, sure, sure, go
Okay,
ahead.
thanks.
Mhm.
Um, what did you think of the bulletin board in Anna's office?
I was thinking about that.
I was like, man, budget is tight right now.
I know, they must have had to go to, like, the school set and borrow their cork board or something, but,
Like
like,
a corkboard, she was having a hard time getting the tack in the picture, and it was like, this is so lame. And
I
besides
know,
that, you're going to need a
all
bigger board just for the number
everybody
of
in
suspects.
town is a
Yeah,
potential yeah, I know, they're not gonna be able to keep them all in one horizontal row, they're gonna have to, like, flip it over and use the back.
and it's just so small and narrow. It
Yep,
looks like,
yep.
can you even buy a bulletin board like that anymore? Like,
I know. Don't they use, like, dry erase boards or something so they can write on them too?
they do on, like,
Oh,
the
yeah, she had, like
closer and major
yeah,
crimes, anything, like, I
yeah.
mean, it
She
was
had, like,
so old
index
school.
cards that she was writing notes on.
Yeah, it was very, very clunky and noticeable. I was like,
Yeah,
"Wow." I mean, she does
yeah,
have a nice office, but,
I know
she
that
shoulda had something where she, like, hit a button and it flipped to a marker board
yeah.
side or something cool like
Ooh,
that, you know?
yeah, yeah, right,
But
Right.
I thought, wow, did they not know this scene was coming up in prop? Like,
Didn't
well, I've got one from 1973 in my
yeah.
basement. I'll run home during lunch and bring that bulletin board back.
We had to make some budget cuts because we needed
Yeah.
the choreographer for Jason's fight
Like,
scene.
I mean, are bulletin boards even a thing anymore? Bulletin board.
I don't
You just keep saying it. It's weird.
I know, I think it's more of a dry erase situation now. I've even seen
Yeah.
some that are, like, clear, like plexiglass.
Remember in the 90s, like it was big to have bulletin boards that like were crisscrossed with kind of elastics, and you just shove stuff up there,
Yeah, wasn't that more
like
for
kind of a
personal
soft.
use? Yeah,
Yeah, yes,
or
not a. It
home
wouldn't be a
office or something,
not a
yeah.
murder board. No, they wouldn't be a murder board.
Not a with, like, a nice nice grosgrain
Like
ribbon.
a yeah, like a nice floral pattern.
I think Martha Stewart has a murder board collection. She she did some time, so she would understand. You could still have nice things
Um,
even if you're investigating a
you can
murder.
still have nice things. That's right.
Mhm.
Anyway, that just took me right out of it.
I
But
know, me
I
too.
was
I
laughing.
was me too. It's like, oh god, that's funny. Yeah. And it's also cute that she's just got Chase and Dante,
Right.
these
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
fairly big crimes. She wants to get ahead of the FBI or whoever's gonna come into town to take over Drew's investigation. But she's still only got the 2 boys to help her.
Yeah, and since you're all about the men's blazers,
Yeah.
did you notice Dante's blazer today?
I a little bit, yeah. I not in a good way, but I guess it was neutral. Like I didn't really think about it much.
I
Did
thought
you?
it was a little weird. The thready look, I don't know,
Yeah,
it was really
yeah.
strange. I
Mhm.
didn't put it in the same category as Curtis's bespoke unstructured jacket, but I'm
I
gonna look
yeah,
up
there
Curtis's blazer and see how many millions of thousands of dollars that costs.
I
Okay.
it's probably from that, like, Men's Warehouse or something, and it was probably on the
Like
clearance
you have such a problem with Men's Warehouse. Did they hurt you?
rack. Just the concept of, like, a cheap, ill-fitting blazer, and then you get, like, a second one for half off. I just feel like how that's not solving any problems.
Isn't that funny? It's not coming up on his clothing here, but
Yeah.
like people are like that. Nobody's gonna want to wear that jacket.
Exactly. Yeah, they're definitely not throwing money at jackets in the
I
wardrobe
don't know.
department.
I'm thinking he might request that jacket. He wears it all the time. That
Maybe.
might be a personal favorite. It might be comfy.
Maybe that's
Or the
that's int
soft,
that I
soft
would like to
pattern.
know if that's the case because that would be an
Well,
odd
we should learn how to write fan mail and ask this kind of stuff.
we should learn how to write. Would we send cards, do you think? Or do you think there's an email address?
I would like to send actual paper,
Yeah,
stamp like the
yeah.
real deal. Yeah,
And maybe, like, every week we come up
because
with
it
a
seems
new
creepier.
stupid Well, I feel like we have to start doing that now.
Just random questions all the time.
Could we have, like, Gia and Keisha stationery so that the letters are always coming from the Gia and Keisha stationery with our picture at the
We'd probably
bottom?
have like cease and desist letters sent back to us.
We'll know firsthand what a restraining order looks like.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. That scene. Okay, we have a lot from today. Like, what else you got from Friday? Hurry it up.
Okay. All right, well, we did the flashback scene. We had Portia and Nina where they were both, like, sort
Oh
of
yeah,
they
yeah,
were kinda acting like they both thought the other one was guilty, and yet they also
yeah,
both sorta wanted to, like, not pick at that, not pull that thread, right? They just
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to, like, sort of stay in the world of
They
ignorance.
have a funny little friendship, don't they?
They do. Yeah, I'm not sure it's much of a friendship at the moment, but yeah,
Yeah,
they're not ready to, I guess, expose each other or,
yeah. So that was
betray each other at all, I guess. Yeah.
mildly interesting. Just
Mildly interesting, yeah. We had Jason, found Brit, and then, the fact that Scout was missing. Okay, so we can move to today if you like.
okay. Thanks.
Sure.
New Charlotte.
Oh, yeah, what'd you think? I knew that
I
would be a
well,
blow.
I thought she did a good job. She had Charlotte vibes.
A little bit, yeah, yeah.
Um, she had a good teenage thing going on. She was so skinny and
Yep.
um, you know,
Mhm.
not as round shouldered and awkward as original Charlotte, which I just
Right, right.
enjoyed about that Charlotte a lot. Just the
Yeah, she had
awkwardness of
yeah,
teenage dumb that she
mhm,
had.
mhm,
So I'm gonna give this one a chance because
mhm,
I hate when I'm,
mhm.
over judgy, but I'm gonna miss the old Charlotte. I thought she was fabulous.
She was, I know, and she had, like, a certain sort of, I don't know if soulfulness is the word, but she and maybe it's just because we knew her and everything she'd been through, but she had, like, a real depth of character, I thought.
Yeah, and she could go from like bratty to really sad,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
very tender, and then that weird
Mhm.
obsessiveness with her father,
Yeah,
Papa, and
yeah, she could do all of that really well, which is quite a feat, you know?
yeah,
Yeah,
especially
but
for a child actor, to have all of that
Mhm.
going on. She was,
Yeah,
um, so I don't know, maybe she's gone on to bigger and better things, or just doing
right.
school or whatever.
Right,
But
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I don't have any criticisms of this new person, it's just that's a tough act to follow. Yeah,
yeah,
so
big shoes to fill there. Yeah,
yeah, and I thought I was also so stunned that we were finally seeing Charlotte
I
again,
know, I
you know?
know. I was like,
Like
whoa, yeah.
yeah, and Lulu, it really was jarring just, like, trying to picture the last time we'd seen Lulu even speaking of
I
Charlotte, you
know.
know?
I don't even know. I mean, it's been
Yeah.
ages. I mean, maybe that's why, because they were
Mhm.
casting for this new one.
Maybe, but it seemed like she didn't have the right really to come down so hard on her, having, ignored her for the last 6 months, you know?
Well, to our eye, of course, we don't
To
know what
our
happened in their
yeah, but
home.
we
Yeah.
didn't have any even, like, phone conversations, references, or anything really to what
Right.
Charlotte was
Yeah.
up to, you
Yeah.
know?
I do
Um
like seeing like on Friday or whatever. I don't know when it was, but we were seeing, Lulu gal reporter a whole bunch, and I don't like her like that.
I don't either. I yeah, I didn't like that at all. It feels sort of like a made up kind of a thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't ring
So
true.
I like her in the mother role a lot better. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so I was
Mhm.
glad to see that side of her. But yes, shocking, of course.
Mhm,
And
mhm,
then Scout, speaking of little child
mhm,
actors that are kicking butt,
mhm. Yeah,
she has like got freaking eyes like a freaking puppy. I mean, she's
yeah,
just like the
yeah,
sadness. I'm like, oh my
yeah.
God, you're just undoing me here.
I know,
Um,
I was kinda hoping for a little more, like, heartbreak from Molly or Alexis. I mean, I know they were upset and everything, but I was feeling like, yeah, this is heartbreaking, and they should be crying, they should be shedding a
well,
tear, you know?
maybe it was good of them to hold it together for her, but
Yeah, yeah.
I was glad to have Molly explain the whole restraining order thing to her because it's like
Yeah,
Drew didn't
mhm.
explain the sudden change of path
Right,
there. That like, oh, guess what? You're not
right.
going to be seeing your brothers or your
Mhm.
aunts or your grandmother ever again.
Yeah,
Like
I know,
nobody
yeah.
broke that news to her. Like,
Yeah, yeah, and I know she's too young maybe to put all that together, how awful that was of him to do that, but I like that, she's got all the information, you know?
yeah, yeah. It seemed like that should have been explained
Mhm.
to her in some way by her own father when he did it.
Yeah,
But of
but he
course we
didn't.
know he's a jerk. We know he's
He's
an amazing jerk.
he's a
Um,
jerk who doesn't really he can't put himself in her shoes or
yeah.
won't, you know?
And I thought Molly and Cody were pretty good about being
Mhm.
fair,
Mhm. Yeah,
not really
yeah.
throwing Drew under the bus completely in their
Right,
explanation.
right, but
Uh,
not letting him off the hook either.
Yeah, better than he would have done if he'd been explaining anything to,
Yeah.
I don't see
Mhm.
him like not trashing Alexis or, he
Right,
would.
right. Yeah, or said Danny is, Jason's his father and Jamie's
Yeah, yeah.
mistakes, like, yeah, he probably would have
He would have been
tried to
a
damage their
jerk because he's a
relationship.
big old jerk. Um, anyway, I kind of liked that everybody was pulling together. Like Willow was,
Mhm.
and Alexis, they were all like okay. And I was so happy when they were going to be at Elizabeth's. I was like, okay, good.
Yeah,
Then
yeah, yeah,
she'll
right, so
keep
if
her
she
eye
starts
on
to
Willow, and
spin maybe she'll start spinning Scout and,
yeah, if she's spinning Scout and try to put a onesie on her, Elizabeth will be like, wait a minute, this reminds me of when I had a fugue. I mean, could we have something like that with Willow, like a fugue defense?
Maybe. I don't know if, she'll have to get Rick out of Alexis's basement to build a defense for
To
the
build
fugue
it,
state,
yeah, and yeah, yep.
I don't know if he's up to that challenge.
But I thought that was a good scene with Scout. I liked that we
Mhm.
had Molly and Cody
Mhm.
reconnecting, and you have a little hope, and then they take it away at the end. We know that won't last,
Yeah.
but I was
Right,
like
right, yeah.
sad for Cody, but he is a dummy.
He is a dummy, and yeah, she kinda needs to, like, not, like, just gloss over that whole getting
Yeah,
paid to hit on Ava
yeah,
situation. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I was glad that she kind of stood up for herself because
Mhm. Yeah.
that's not okay, Cody. Not okay.
And meanwhile, we had Ava and Christina, and I thought they were funny together, both, like,
They
just
are. I know.
dissing
Like,
Rick.
yeah, like on the same team now. They've
Yeah.
gone from like you tried to kill my baby and shove me
Mhm,
out a window, and
mhm,
you tried to cut my brakes, or you did cut my
mhm.
brakes, and to like
Yeah, yeah,
sleuthing out how to handle. Yeah, they were almost like gleeful together.
yeah, and just every time they made some crack about how Rick can't possibly have any friends. Why
Yeah,
do we
right.
have all these emails,
Right. Yeah, who's writing
Really
him? Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
And I guess we're just not going to see Rick, so like we're glossing over all the bathroom stuff that we're worried about.
So as far as we know, he's still in a suit and not wearing an adult diaper.
Right. I mean, maybe they brought in
Some jammies, maybe?
or maybe they bribed a nurse or something to put a catheter in
Bribed
or
him
do
or
whatever. Like I don't
something.
know. I mean, who
Yeah,
knows
yeah,
what they could
uh-huh,
get up to? But
yeah.
I mean, I
Mm.
was thinking about how I haven't wondered about Joss and Vaughn having to
Their
use the
bathroom
bathroom, and how long
situation.
have they been locked up there?
Yeah, I've worried a little bit about it, but yeah, they haven't talked about giving them bathroom breaks or anything, and their
Yeah,
tennis whites, that's really tough,
that's yeah, yep.
you know?
Um,
I don't envy them.
but yeah, so that was some fun stuff. I mean, the writing wasn't anything over the top or
Mhm,
but their chemistry was good together.
mhm, yeah,
Ava and
yeah,
Christina,
mhm,
pretty
yeah,
funny.
yeah, yeah, mhm.
So I guess we're liking that pretty well.
A little bit, yeah, and then we had Brennan talking to Valentin with his mustache.
The mustache. Oh my god.
That was a fun
Is it
choice,
a
wasn't it?
mustache? Is it a caterpillar? Will we
I
have
know, I know.
does that say something about how long like our fall will be or how bad winter will get or something
If
like
there
that?
is
Does
there a
that
shadow under it, you think?
yeah, what do caterpillars tell you?
I don't know. They don't talk as far as I
I
know.
stumped you. No, there's something about the caterpillars indicate something about the seasons, don't they? Caterpillars. I'm googling it.
With, like, they mean the width of the
Cater
brown part versus the black part? Is that
something
what you
like
mean?
that. Caterpillar, what would I say? Caterpillar,
I'm gonna leave you alone on this one. Yeah.
caterpillar seasonal, caterpillar
Do they have seasonal effect disorders?
seasonal indications. Indicator? Indicator. That'll get it. It's a bit of folklore. Yeah, you go ahead, keep laughing. Yeah. Bit of folklore that claims the coloring of the woolly bear caterpillar, yeah, the brown and black ones,
Mhm.
predicts the severity of the upcoming winter.
Okay.
Wider brown bands suggest a milder winter, while wider black bands indicate a harsher one.
What if you see a solid black one?
What if you see a mustache? Um,
I'll see your
well, if
mustache.
it's solid black, then it's time to get out of Dodge. 'Cause that would that would indicate a really,
Uh-huh.
really, really bad winter.
Okay.
Scientists say that the bands are actually influenced by the caterpillar's age, species, and the season's growth, not the future's
Hmm.
winter weather. But maybe it has to do with how many ones of a particular age come out in the weather or something, you know?
Okay. All right, Gia.
So you
Mm.
should be looking or hoping you see wider brown bands.
Wider brown bands. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you.
those woolly ones. Okay.
Thank you.
But
Mhm.
anyway, getting back to Valentin, I
Mhm.
guess his is just an all brown woolly thing. Um,
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a long winter if you look at his mustache.
he seemed weird. I don't know if it was just kind of being online, the screen thing, but he
Yeah,
seemed
yeah,
a little weird. Um,
yeah. Well, it's funny,
yes.
so I guess there is, like, a remote acting gig as well as a real life off
Yeah,
remote work, right?
but he's vying to be moved, to the
Right.
States. Yeah.
Right, right. I feel like it so does that mean he's gonna be back sort of as a
I've seen
character?
headlines of that sort, but I mean, I've
Mhm.
seen headlines about everything, so who knows?
Yeah. I would like
Yeah.
that, wouldn't you?
I would like that, and I feel like, the Charlotte stuff
Mhm,
kind of
mhm,
implies that that might they might be firing up that storyline, which would be
mhm,
cool with
mhm.
me. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like Valentin, but the mustache, I would've just laughed my head off if I'd seen him with that. He looks like he should be wearing beret with these cigarettes
I
and,
know, I
doing a
know.
some
Did he
kinda
had a
silly
thinner
play or something.
didn't he have a thinner mustache when he was playing a French guy?
I think so, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but this one is just silly, just
I feel like
ridiculous.
he must have insisted on it.
Yeah,
You know? Just being a bit of a jerk, you know? "I'll come
you
back, but"
but I'm gonna be wearing this mustache. We didn't mention, but so Colette,
Mm,
um, finally, Brennan
finally, yeah.
is like, "Oh, hey, maybe something's wrong here with this,
Yeah,
Colette
I like how
woman."
he airs all that out with the door wide open and Anna on the
Yeah,
other
and
side of
Alyssa,
it, you
yeah.
know? So
He's slick. I can see why he rose to the head of that organization.
definitely, yeah, definitely. Very, very good.
And so what's her status now? So she was trying to get in the safe, couldn't get in the safe.
Mhm.
He was gonna send her to, like, where? I don't know,
Well, he was
Algiers or something.
yeah, well, yeah, but that quickly got scrapped, that plan, because, he caught her really, like, giving herself away as a double agent,
And then how did it end up? Was he was about to shoot her or something? I can't even remember.
well, but then he sent her somewhere to have her interrogated to try to get her to break and talk about who she was working with or for,
Okay, so she'll
and
be
that
being interrogated while
yeah.
Josh and Vaughn
Yeah,
are being
and then
interrogated.
meanwhile, so Valentin gave him a little bit of information about her and, that she worked for Faison at some point.
César Faison.
S
Yeah.
Ah oui, bonjour. Mhm. Yeah. So, yeah, so I don't know, I guess that does explain a teeny bit how, like, Brit would have come into their radar as a potential,
Yeah, that connection there,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
And she was killing me today. She was hysterical.
I know.
Like and I mean, her indignation that Jason is running off to
I
rescue,
know, that
Josh
I can
is like
understand how she'd be so, like, devastated again, like,
yeah, just well, an
seriously.
offshoot of Carly, of course you're gonna go
Yeah,
help her
yeah,
first,
and you
you know?
kinda got the feeling that's why she didn't tell him about Joss right off the bat, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
She
that was
knew,
that
she had to
yeah,
know Jason would just take off,
yeah, and he did, of course,
he
yeah,
did, yeah, yeah.
but,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
she's got a sly humor about her all the time,
She does,
and,
she does, yeah,
and
she
Pascal
just
Pascal was, like a little more impressive today in his evil. I mean, I was getting like a Bond vibe out of all the stuff.
I was getting a vibe of this guy should be like hiding in the shadows at Windermere. Like he would seems like he should
Oh
be like on
yeah,
the permanent staff at Windermere, if it
yeah,
was.
he would fit in well there, like a very like sort of limp butler that's also a spy or
Yeah,
something.
creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah, just yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
not strong. He doesn't look strong. Like
Right.
he'd struggle to carry the silver tray with the tea service. you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So maybe you think he was maybe like giving it his all because he knows his days on the show are winding down.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. But I felt he had like a campy appeal to me today.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
In
Yeah,
like a Roger Moore Bond era kind of stuff.
yeah, yeah. You almost got
I know you have no idea what I'm talking about,
I
but
Bond.
yeah, yeah. If anybody is familiar with the Bond franchise, they got extra campy when Roger Moore was
Uh-huh,
Bond there.
uh-huh.
And
Yeah,
and in that they were appealing even just because of that, for
right.
that
Mhm,
quality of them, you
mhm.
know.
Yeah, I think I saw at least one Roger Moore Bond
Yeah,
movie.
that was
Mm,
kind of our era. I know
yeah.
you're a little bit older, but that was kind of what you would have seen,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
But yeah, you got the feeling almost that Pascal, like they were letting him ad lib a little bit,
Yeah, yeah.
you know. So
Yeah,
sure.
so anyway, fun stuff with Brit,
Mhm.
and now we
Mhm.
have the anklet stuff to look forward to, like, will they blow up
Will they
together?
blow up? Yeah, yeah. But I feel like I don't know. I wish we knew how long Brit was going to be on, and I wish we
She
could
was
be.
in the opening credits the other day. I don't know if that's a good
Oh,
indicator or
okay, well,
not, but
that's something, yeah, but I'm
yeah,
just I wish we could be confident that they were really gonna give her a great story because
yeah.
she's like, sort of like main, like, leading lady kind of quality, I think.
She's got some zest that,
Yeah, yeah.
really heightens the scenes.
Yeah, and I mean, I know, like, there's
She's
people that we
spicy.
love. She is spicy. Yeah, she's sassy, she's fierce, and I know we love our Elizabeth, and I don't want her to lose screen time or anything, and I'm sure there's, like, some sort of they must have these weird feelings when people come back or when new people come on and suddenly they're sort of pushed, to the margins, but
Yeah, what makes you think it would be Elizabeth that
and
would
I
be pushed
no,
there?
it may not be. I'm just thinking that's one of the people we love, and I always think Elizabeth deserves, like a big storyline too.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Um,
Yeah,
but
yep.
and we still got like storylines like Brooklyn and Chase, their relationship and everything, and Geo, like all of those things have started.
Yeah, that's been on the back burner
You know,
for quite a while. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, we did finally get the reveal of what the animal testing was about today. Did you
Oh
notice that
yeah,
little
yeah,
mention?
yeah. Some
Yeah,
sort of
so
radioactivity, right?
radiation. So it's not,
Yeah.
you know, mascara and lipstick and eyeshadow like I had, of course, assumed.
No, it's not.
Animals deserve to be pretty too, you know.
And that no doesn't get said enough. You're right.
Right.
Animals do deserve to be pretty, to be as
They deserve
attractive
to
as they want
feel
to be.
pretty. Yeah, if they want to
Yeah.
enhance their natural features
Yeah,
in any
that's
way.
right. That's
Yeah.
sure. Accentuate their cheekbones. They should have the right to, access to products that help them with that.
That we have, right. And
Oh god.
uh, um, but
Wait.
radiation, yeah, I'm not on board with that. That's
No.
not good.
No. Right, right. So, yeah, so using
But you
Joss
know what?
Vaughn is
Maybe they're, remember that recent storyline where they had shrimp that were radioactive? Maybe it's
yeah.
shrimp.
Mhm.
I mean, how do you feel about shrimp being used for experiments as opposed to beagles?
I guess a little bit better, but I guess I would wonder, like, is there a necessity for the experiments?
Um, well, I apparently don't think so. I mean, they think so.
Yeah,
And
but they're trying to create some sort of a new weapon or something, aren't they? Or maybe
I
some sort of
guess so. They're not trying
otherwise
to save the world, that crew, you know.
right, right. But it seems like they were also trying to figure out a way to create some sort of protective gear so the radiation wouldn't leak through, right? So maybe they would be
Okay.
putting Joss and Vaughn in some sort of
With some sort of
hazmat suit
protective gear. Yeah, and
and
then
then
throw in a
releasing
few
a
shrimp,
gas.
and those will be nicely broiled by the time you're out of there. Have a little étouffée. I did. You know what? I mentioned to you the other day that I'd run across a snippet of
Uh-huh.
Neil deGrasse Tyson talking
Oh,
about
yeah, 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 uh-huh.
and there are quite a few videos that come up where I don't know if he's like joking or just pushing buttons, but he's talking about like what if plants, he's like there's no way around the fact that for anybody to live you have to kill some other living thing.
Right. Mhm.
And then he's extending it and talking about, and we make it worse, but we go after the plants, baby plants and their reproductive organs.
That sounds a little bit facetious.
I'm not sure, but I thought, oh man, like what if somebody comes along and they can hear the plant screaming, like, oh
Yeah.
my God, the bok choys. Like, I
I think
thought
a
then
lot of
you would be in a quandary.
well, and a lot of people
Uh,
would be relieved. They'll be like, "Alright, I'm not gonna touch bok choy now.
ever
Darn
again.
it." You know?
Yeah, so I don't know if he's just like trying to get a rise out of whoever, but
Yeah, yeah.
uh
I haven't found any of those yet. I'll have to do a little
well,
research
just
and
just
yeah,
to hit the YouTube and
hit the okay, okay.
yeah,
Yep,
and
mhm,
I know it's not going to change your mind about anything, but it's
mhm.
he's
Another
thought
another
provoking.
angle. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
he is. He is. Sure. And he does have a
I
sense of
don't.
humor, so it's possible
Yeah,
being funny.
I don't think it extends to like um I don't know, like how do you make categories like shrimp, okay, but
Mhm.
beagles, no, or whatever, like
Yeah, I know, I
you
know.
start like splitting hairs, I guess, and
Mhm, mhm.
um
Yeah.
I don't know. It all gets very tricky, and then you just be like, ah, I can't think about it anymore.
Mhm. Yep, that's right.
Anyway,
True.
okay, so have we covered everything?
I think more or less,
More
and
or
in
less?
some ways
Mostly
less.
less. Yeah, a lot of less going on. Yeah.
Lotta less. Does that equal more? I don't think so.
Yeah. But we had a good time and some
Mhm.
stuff. We talked about some good stuff and yeah,
Yeah.
and and I'm excited to see if Valentin continues. I think that would be great. Maybe he'll
Mhm.
bring out. We were complaining about Brennan's character.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
Valentin's interaction with Brennan will sort of round out the Brennan character for us a little bit. Maybe
Maybe
that'll help,
maybe. Yeah. I
and
mean,
it
it's
would give
not
Anna a
magic.
little more.
Yeah, that
So
would be fun to see them interacting again.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Um,
and like Lulu, like we haven't really seen Lulu and Valentin since way back when it was the other
no.
Lulu.
Right,
So
right.
that could be interesting too.
True, because she probably would not like the idea of him being stateside, I'm guessing.
Yeah, right, right. Yeah,
Mhm.
because she didn't see the kinder, gentler Valentin,
Right.
if
Yeah.
there was one.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Because she's so 4 years ago.
She's so 4 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll also see, like, Jason, Britt, Joss, and Vaughn, like, running, like
Yep. Yeah, that should be fun. Yep.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
So, yeah, that'll be exciting. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good stuff coming up. Okay, everybody
Yeah.
watch, and then we'll come back and talk about it some more,
Yeah.
or not.
Or not. Yeah,
Yeah,
but we will, we will.
we will. Okay.
And
Okay. Well,
I'll
you have a lovely night. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Hmm?
I was just gonna say maybe I'll work on our Gia and Keisha stationery.
Oh yeah, you sketch out a little plan for that, and yeah,
Okay. Uh-huh.
we'll come up with some dumb questions for the actors. That'll be
Yeah,
fun.
that will be fun. Okay,
Okay.
Gia.
All right, Keish. Have a nice night. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you in a few days.
Yeah, okay, goodbye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.